Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can avoid landing in the spam filter with your cold emails so that you can get more positive responses, book more meetings, close more deals. So let's get right into it. First, why is this important? Well, cold email is very powerful because it lets you target and offer a solution to your ideal customer's problems. However, if your messages aren't being delivered properly, no one will see them no matter how good your offer or your targeting is. It's kind of like having a lemonade stand in the middle of a desert. No matter how good the lemonade is, no one will buy it if there's no one around, right? So you want to make sure that your messages don't land in spam, because you could have $100 million offer like Hermosi would say, but if it's not being delivered properly, no one's going to see it and no one's going to care about it. But why should you listen to me? Well, my name is Aryan Ariel, and me and my company Gambic Media send almost 100,000 cold emails every single month. We've worked with many different types of offers and industries ranging from video production, SaaS, insurance, PR, Google Ads, SEO, and much, much more. And here's some of the results that we've gotten for some of our clients. We help deep social brands add about $270,000 in revenue in about 8 months. And you can watch the interview that I did with the founder on my channel. And here's some other results of screenshots from our other clients from using our services. So, with that said, the first step to avoid landing in spam is you have to make sure you have proper DNS records set up. The three that you need, or the main three that you need, are DMARC, DKIM, and SPF. If you do not have these three set up, you will land in spam when sending out a lot of emails. And I know that it's very tedious to set this up for every single email account and every single domain that you have, but trust me, this is a crucial step to making sure that you don't hit the spam filter. So go through, set all of these up one by one, and once you have these set up once, you should be good. And if you want a full step-by-step guide on how to set these records up, you can watch this video I made below on my channel on how to do this. And I'll also link it here in the suggested videos. The second step is warming up the emails. So you see, when you first set up the emails, you can't immediately start sending out 30 messages a day. The service provider you see or that you use will mark it as spam. Because think about it, if you just bought an email account and the next day you're already sending out 30 emails every single day, the Microsoft or Google will be like, what the hell? Who does this? What type of regular person does this? And they'll just mark you as spam because they think you're a robot, right? This is why you must warm up the emails for at least 14 days or 2 weeks before sending out any types of outbound messages. So luckily for you, the two main sending tools, Instantly and SmartLead, have warm up built into them. So enable it on there and let it run for about 2 weeks. Here are the settings that we use for our agency for warm up, and you can just copy them if you like. So yeah, I don't know if it's probably better if I just put it like this, but you can just copy these warm up settings whether you're using Instantly or SmartLead, and it should be totally fine. Just make sure you have it enabled for every single email account that you're using. And a note here is you want to keep the warm up on even after initial 2 weeks. So while you're sending out outbound messages, keep the warm up on, keep it running, and you should be fine. The third step is you want to avoid links and images. So if you're sending images, it's going to be picked up by Google and Microsoft, and you're immediately just going to go to spam. So don't even try that. Links also trigger spam filters, so don't add any in the email. And this includes hyperlinks. So don't hyperlink anything in the email, even in your email signature. So I know a lot of people, they like to put in their signature, they like to put their company website or their calendar in the email in signature itself. This is fine if it's for like a regular work email, but for outbound, don't want to do this. And I'll show you why. So I used to personally hyperlink my calendar in my signature all the time, and I would book meetings from time to time doing this. However, once I stopped hyperlinking my calendar, I noticed I got more replies and I booked more calls. So I used to do this thing on the left here, where I would have my calendar like this as a let's chat button, and people would actually click on that let's chat and just book a call. They wouldn't even reply to my email. They would go straight to that let's chat button and book a call. And it would happen where I would book a call from just that. But I did notice that once I disabled that, my reply rate went up by a good amount, and I was able to book more meetings and just have more positive responses in my pipeline. So don't have any don't have anything in your signature. Don't put any hyperlinks or anything of that sort when you're sending it outbound, and you should be fine. And another tip here is enable sending emails in plain text. It'll get rid of all the links in the email itself and send only the text. This will boost deliverability and it'll avoid spam. So in both Instantly and Smart Lead, if you go to campaign settings, you'll have a button here, and this is for Smart Lead. You'll have a button that says something like send in plain text only, I think on Instantly, but on Smart Lead it's just optimize email deliverability. Check this on before you actually start your email campaign, and I guarantee you'll probably see a if you were sending in hyperlinks before, you'll probably see a 0.5 to 1% more reply rate just by having this on. Like, it's a pretty substantial amount. So again, only send in plain text. Make sure you have no images, no links, and you won't end up in spam. Now, the fourth step is you're going to manage the sending volume. After you're done with the warm-up process, you should start off by sending around 20 emails a day. You then want to slowly ramp it up to about 25 to 30 a day per account. If you start sending out over 30 messages a day, you'll see them suspicious to the service providers and they'll just flag you. Because think about it this way, the average person only sends about 10 to 20 emails a day maximum. So if you're sending 30 plus messages a day per email account, you'll literally seem irregular and like a robot. So just keep this at around 25 to 30 a day. 30 is even pushing it. I would just leave it at 25. I just wanted to include 30 in there. But keep this around 25 a day per account and you should be fine. Usually once you raise it past that 30 mark, that's when we've seen that emails, the deliverability is worse and you book less meetings. So keep it around 25 to 30. When you initially have a fresh account, start at 20 and then slowly ramp it up. I would say about after a week or two, so ramp it up to 25 and you should be fine. Now the fifth step is you want to verify your leads. So most of the databases that you use to pull data from don't have the best quality for emails. So for example, if you're using Apollo for your lead list building, only about 50 to 60% of the data is valid. So let's say you pull a lead list of about 3,000 people, only about 1,500 or 1,800, however much 60% is of 3,000, is actually valid. So to solve this, you must verify your lead list using a verifier like Million Verifier or Dbounce. If you don't verify the data, you'll be sending out to risky or bad emails and it'll ruin your account. So use one of these verifiers and it should be good. And always verify your lead list before you're sending out any outbound messages. So if no matter what database you're using, the only exception here is ListKit. If you're using Apollo, if you're using Outscripper, whatever it may be, make sure you verify the data. If you're using ListKit, for example, and their data, and you pull data from there, you should be fine since all of their leads are triple verified, as they say. So you're good on that end, but most of you are probably using Apollo, most of you are probably using Outscripper, whatever it may be. Make sure you just verify your lead list and run it through a verifier like Million Verifier or Dbounce and only send to the good emails and you should be good to go. Now the sixth step is you want to use spin tags. So you see, if you're sending the same email out to thousands of people every single day, it'll seem really suspicious to Google and Microsoft. To counter this, you can use spin tags, which lets you send different variations of the same text. Here are some examples. So for example, it could be like hi, hey, hello, good morning. And what it'll do is it'll for the next four people, it'll send out different variations of this. So your intro will be hi John or hey John or hello John or good morning. And it'll send out one of those. And another tip here is if you use SmartLead's time of the day function, which is right here, you can personalize the email depending on when it's being sent. So for example, if you're sending out in the morning, it'll say good morning. If you're sending out in the afternoon, it'll say good afternoon. Say if it's evening, good evening. So this is another way, if you add this function in here into the spin tags, it's another way to add basically 3 extra variants of the same type of text, which is just the intro, right? For outros, you can use thank you, best regards, best, cheers. And you can even use this for subject lines. You can use John thoughts, John against this, John X Aryan. Obviously, you want to replace John with the person's first name using SmartLead or Instantly's variable function. So here's what this will look like inside of SmartLead. So it's probably better if I don't actually click on it because you probably see it better this way. So you can see here I have first name, quick question, first name thoughts, first name against this. And here I have hello, first name, hi, first name, good, SL, time of day, and then hi, first name again, so disregard that. Don't mind the copy, it's not that good. And then I have thank you, best regards, best, cheers. And in the actual email itself, when you send it out, it looks something like this. Alec against this, so it used one of these, and it said hello, and then it said thank you. So again, this is a very simple way to basically send out emails in a similar, just having a different variation of this of a same text essentially. And you can even take this a step further and even do this for random text in the email itself. So I know some people, they like to spin text to body. Personally, for us at our agency, it's better. We found that as long as you spin text, let's say the subject line, the intro, and the outro, you'll be totally fine because it's a good amount of variance when it comes to deliverability. So as long as you do the intro, outro, and the subject line, you should be fine. And the last step is you want to send relevant emails. You want to ensure that your email is relevant and can apply to the person you're sending out to. So for example, if you only work with realtors in California and you send emails to VC firms pitching your services, you'll be marked as spam. Because think about it, if in the email itself, when you're reaching out to these VC firms, it's going to say something like, hey, we help realtors close more deals, or we help realtors get more leads. And these VC firms will be like, we're not a realtor, spam. So the best way to actually avoid something like this happening is building targeted lead lists, going after exactly who you want. So just make sure that your email is relevant and whoever you're sending out to can actually benefit from that and is actually an ideal customer, ideal target that you would want to work with. So there's that. So final thoughts here is a great offer, copywriting, and perfect targeting mean nothing if your emails end up in spam. Follow these steps above and you'll book more meetings. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you are an agency or any other type of B2B business that's making over $30,000 a month, book a time with me and we'll book your next 3 qualified calls for free. So with that said, I hope you found something valuable. Press like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you guys next time for more.